Hello there guys, and happy 2018. This is my very first 2018 video. I am very excited about it, mostly because I am sitting in my brand new home studio. So I spent the holiday break kind of putting this together, and it's not 100% done. I did shoot a little bit as I was getting it together, and when it's like 100% perfect, I am going to give you a little studio tour, but until then, I'll do a little 360 of the space. I'm super happy with it, and it just feels so good to have like an actual office to go to and have everything in place and have an actual desk and stuff like that and not be working in my dining room. So just really quickly, this is what it looks like. Come in. I've got my standing sitting desk from IKEA. I have my little sort of computer workstation. I'm working on some botanicals right now. As you can see, I've got whatever little bits and bobs on my desk. This is one of my favorite things about the room, and I got these shelves again from IKEA. As I said, I'm still working on merchandising them and getting the balance of like plants and stuff right, but just basically a mixture of storage and just like pretty things that make me happy. So again, I will be talking more about this whole renovation and giving you an actual tour soon to follow. So today, I had originally wanted to do a 2018 business planning video. I did one for 2017, and I'll put the link below. I did like how I planned 2017, but I am updating my planning structure a little bit. And in line with that, so the business plan is not ready yet. It's definitely getting there, and I'm liking where I'm going with it. But a key part of putting together the business plan was just kind of distilling the most important lessons that I learned in 2017, which was my first year of being a full-time independent artist. So what I thought I would do for this week's video, I'm planning on doing a video a week, by the way. So for this week, I thought that I would just quickly summarize my top 3 lessons that I learned last year and that I'm taking and kind of, I guess, incorporating, fixing, however you want to call it, in 2018. Number 1, and I think like the biggest one is I just expect myself to do way too much. I definitely was constantly like filling my to-do list with a bunch of stuff, and usually only getting halfway through it. I would say that everything took me twice as long as I expected it to, and the only way that I would actually get something done faster is if I was on deadline, because then you just have to. So the way that I am fixing this in 2018 is I'm actually doing less, and I'm planning for some of the time sucks that I noticed would constantly happen in my day. One time suck was, I would just say admin, and that includes everything from getting distracted, like cleaning house because I'm procrastinating, working out, self-care, taking baths, which I love and I honestly think makes me way like fresher. If I take one, it makes me kind of have like a different mindset, and so I don't think it's a waste of time, but it did end up taking a lot of time, and I would never schedule in the time to do these things. So by the end of the day, it was more like I would reflect and think, oh, I wasted a bunch of time, but it's actually not a waste. This brings me to lesson number 2. In my mind, a productive, successful day is a day that I painted something I like. It can be anything. It doesn't even have to be important. It just has to be something that I'm proud of and that I like. It can be the smallest, like, Instagram post. It can be a doodle, just anything that I painted that I am happy to look at and don't want to curl up into a ball and throw in the trash can. That is all I need to feel productive in a day and feel happy with my day. And then the counterpoint to that is, if I don't paint anything, I do not feel good about the day. This is a huge learning, and essentially what I'm going to do is build into my routine just a painting practice. Maybe earlier, maybe later. There are 2 windows of time that I notice that I get my best work done, that it's easiest for me to get in flow, which is right after my morning routine before noon, or like in the wind down hours, so like 3 to 5. So I'm going to build just an hour of just pure painting into that. I've already started to do this, and I've already started to notice that I'm kind of feeling better about my days. So that's number 2. And number 3 is making your space is so important. Basically, if I have a set up space to where I have my paints out and I like the space, it's conducive, like, from a flow level to me getting work done, I will go and I will sit there and I will do the work. If I do not have the space set up, if I'm, say, like, editing videos on my couch or something, or like painting on my couch, which maybe for some people that works, but for me, it's the most horrible practice ever. It makes my back feel like very strained, and it's just not good. If I have a dedicated space that I enjoy working in, I will go there without question and just get the work done. And so what I decided to do, instead of like force myself back into painting large things or anything like that, is take the time over the holiday and actually set up this space that I just showed you. And again, already, this is my very first week working in this space. This all actually just kind of came together this morning. I just did those shelves this morning. Before that, they were sitting, like, the various parts of the space were just sitting in boxes, and like pieces of plywood were everywhere and stuff like that. And funnily enough, I didn't want to go into this space. So there's obviously something strange and for me about just feeling like I have a space that has the energy that makes me want to sit down and create. So for me, that's not cluttered, but a lot of kind of like visual stimulation, so not too organized. Obviously, like, a lot of white space, but a lot of color pops. And just everything I need with easy access, and a door that closes is also really important. So those are my 3 learnings of 2017. And these are things that I'm really trying to take and incorporate into this business plan and routine that I'm putting together for 2018 to make myself feel, suppose, like I'm progressing. That's the word. So there will be more from me soon to follow. I expect that next week the business planning will be complete, and I will have the 2018 business plan video all set for you. If you guys learned anything in your 2017 and you feel like sharing it with me, I would love to hear kind of like what your art lessons are. I find it really fascinating how other people kind of like set up their workspaces and organize their days and do their business and do their art. The process is something that I'm super nerdy about. So there's gonna be a lot of emphasis on organization in the process this year. That is going to be something new and different for me. So I hope that you had a wonderful start to your year. It is great to see you and to talk to you, and I will be back soon. TTFN. I think I could say that a little bit better. Books that I reference, journals, like crystals, obviously, stuff for actual filing and papers and bins to put stuff away, and stuff like that. And just lots of greenery, inspirational women in my life, like my Nana and my beautiful grandma. Yep, African stuff, whatever. It all goes here. And then I have this little cheeky closet to store hopefully more art stuff and just whatever, the unsightly bits. And I think my favorite thing about this space and what makes it feel so light and different for me is the fact that I actually painted the floor white, which was easier said than done.